You're driving down a deserted road, the GPS leads you astray, and you stumble upon a crime scene that's been frozen in time for decades. The trees seem to whisper secrets, and the wind carries the faint scent of death. Welcome to Lake County, where the unsolved homicide of a young woman has haunted the community for years. But today, we have a break in the case, and the suspect is more shocking than you ever imagined. You find yourself standing at the edge of a dense forest, the trees towering above you like sentinels. The air is heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. A faint mist rises from the ground, casting an eerie gloom over the landscape. This is where it all started, where the body of a young woman was found, her life brutally cut short. The police were baffled, the community was shocked, and the case went cold. But years later, a new lead emerges, and the investigation is rekindled. As you walk through the forest, the rustling of leaves beneath your feet is the only sound that breaks the silence. You can't help but feel that you're being watched, that unblinking eyes are trained on you from the shadows. And then, you see it, a glimmer of light in the distance, a sign that you're getting close to the truth. As you approach the crime scene, you notice something strange. A piece of fabric caught in a bush, a footprint in the dirt, a hint of perfume lingering in the air. The police are meticulous, combing the area for any clue that might lead them to the killer. And then, they find it, a small, almost imperceptible piece of evidence that changes everything. The game is afoot, and the investigation is underway. You follow the detectives as they interview witnesses, gather evidence, and piece together the events of that fateful night. The tension builds, the suspense grows, and you can't help but feel that you're getting closer to the truth. But the killer is cunning, always one step ahead, leaving a trail of breadcrumbs that lead nowhere. Or do they? You're sitting in a dimly lit interrogation room, the air thick with tension. The suspect is seated across from you, their eyes darting back and forth, as they try to maintain a facade of innocence. But you see the cracks, the tiny tells that reveal their guilt. The detectives are relentless, pushing the suspect to the limit, as they try to extract a confession. The questions are tough, the silence is deafening, and the atmosphere is oppressive. You feel like you're trapped in a nightmare, with no escape from the darkness that surrounds you. And then, the suspect speaks, their voice low and menacing, as they reveal a shocking truth that changes everything. But can you believe them? Or are they just playing a twisted game of cat and mouse? You think you know the story, but you're wrong. The truth is more complex, more twisted than you ever imagined. The suspect is not what they seem, and the motives are more sinister than you thought. The investigation takes a dark and unexpected turn, as the detectives uncover a web of deceit and corruption that goes all the way to the top. You're left reeling, trying to make sense of the new evidence, as the case takes a shocking turn. The killer is still out there, but now you have a new suspect, a new motive, and a new set of questions. The game is afoot, and the investigation is far from over. But as you delve deeper into the case, you realize that nothing is as it seems, and the truth is more elusive than you ever thought possible. The case is closed, the killer is behind bars, but the impact of the crime still lingers. The community is left to pick up the pieces, to try to make sense of the senseless. The victim's family is left to grieve, to wonder what could have been, if only the killer had been caught sooner. You're left to ponder the what-ifs, the maybes, and the could-haves. The investigation may be over, but the aftermath is just beginning. The healing process will take time, but for now, the community comes together to support each other, to try to find some semblance of peace in the midst of chaos. But as you look back on the case, you realize that the truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. And you can't help but wonder, what other secrets are hiding in the shadows, waiting to be exposed? The case may be closed, but the story is far from over. The investigation may be finished, but the impact of the crime will be felt for years to come. You're left to ponder the lessons learned, the mistakes made, and the what-ifs that will haunt the community forever. The truth is complex, multifaceted, and still evolving. But one thing is certain, the story of this crime will stay with you, haunting your dreams, and making you question the very fabric of society. As you look back on the case, you realize that the truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. And you can't help but wonder, what other secrets are hiding in the shadows, waiting to be exposed? The investigation may be over, but the search for truth is never ending. And as you delve deeper into the case, you realize that the truth is more complex, more nuanced than you ever imagined. The story of this crime is a reminder that the truth is always multifaceted, always complex, and always waiting to be uncovered. As you finish watching this video, you're left with more questions than answers. The truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. But one thing is certain, the story of this crime will stay with you, haunting your dreams, and making you question the very fabric of society. So, what do you think? Who do you think is responsible for this heinous crime? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime content, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my latest videos. And if you want to support my channel, consider becoming a member or buying some merchandise. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. But before you go, ask yourself, what's hiding in the shadows, waiting to be exposed?